So I've decided to make quite a large change to this YouTube channel, and I want to explain what is happening and why it's actually good news for you. So, spoiler alert, I am going to be splitting this channel into two different channels. This channel, the one that you are subscribed to now, will focus exclusively on educational content, tips, strategies, and ideas for improving your English in a more effective and more interesting way. And the full podcast episodes, the episodes of English Learning for Curious Minds, those are moving to a dedicated podcast channel. Now, why am I doing this? Well, for a few years, I didn't really do much with this channel. I didn't really do much on YouTube. I would upload audio-only versions of our podcast, and they would get a few thousand views, which was a tiny fraction of how much they were listened to on the major podcast apps. Then last year, I started making more educational content, videos about learning English. These proved to be pretty popular, with many getting tens of thousands of views, some even over 100,000. And what I think happened is that this really started to confuse the YouTube algorithm. One week, I would upload a sort of how-to educational video that might be super popular. Then the next week, it would be an audio-only version of a podcast episode, which was something very different. I think they are both valuable in different ways, but what I saw happen was that they appealed to slightly different audiences. YouTube has all these analytics that you can see, and I could very clearly see that two different types of people were watching the two different types of content. And by having everything mixed together, I have been making it harder for YouTube to understand what this channel is about, which means it's been harder for the algorithm to show my videos to the right people, I think at least. So what is happening and what does this mean for you? If you are here primarily for practical English learning advice, tips, strategies, tools and techniques, nothing changes at all. In fact, you are going to get more of this type of content. I want to make more and better educational videos, and they will all be focused on helping you learn English in a more interesting and more effective way. But if you are here primarily for the episodes of English Learning for Curious Minds, the full podcast episodes, those are going to be moving over to a new dedicated channel. There is a link in the comments to this channel, and it's called English Learning for Curious Minds. So it shouldn't be particularly hard to find. And of course, the show will continue to be available on all podcast apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so on. And Spotify, excitingly, now supports private podcasts. So you can also listen to our member-only episodes directly in the Spotify app. So to recap, educational stuff about learning English here, as always, full podcast episodes on the new channel, as well as on your favorite podcast app, and of course on our website, leonardoenglish.com. And as for me, well, I'm not going anywhere, and in fact, I'm going to be spending much more time making videos to help you improve your English. So please let me know in the comments the sort of questions you have and the types of videos that you would like to see from this channel and from me. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.